About a crisis of confidence in the side. How do you personally take the pressure and move ahead from there?
For me, there's no pressure. We came here, we wanted to win the World Cup, and now we're knocked out. It's a bitter pill to swallow. I have to go back and have to stay positive and still have to have the ambition to want to win it. I feel as if we lost this one, it's not the end of the world. Life moves on. Disappointed, but as long as we can take, the learning out of our unsuccessful, try.
Do you still take a lot out of the 2014 World Cup that you won, the 19 World Cup?
Yes, I mean, confidence is high, and when you're involved in any winning team, there's a number of players who do well. There's always someone who's going to take you out of, out of trouble. And I'm afraid we didn't have that this tournament. It's as simple as that. We need to perform as a team. We can't just have, one or two guys who, picking their hand up, and not everyone does. It's not a question that we're not trying, but that's just the reality of it. We haven't really been playing as a team, even though we've been trying. Sometimes the harder you try, you never pull it off.
I just want to touch on Imran and just the effect that he has in a team, what you think of him as a teammate, because now he's the leading wicket taker for South Africa at a World Cup.
Yeah, I mean, Imi is a shining beam of inspiration. Clearly, when I look at it, because of the way he's played, the confidence that he's shown, and the way that he executed his skill against all the teams in different conditions. So he's shown us how it's done, and I think we can all take a leaf out of his book, performing under pressure and having clear game plans, etc., etc. And I think he's just always had the hunger and the passion, but I think that what has served him well is his skill and his confidence. But it all starts with his hunger.
And how was that caught in bold? He's 40 years old after all.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Imi tries really hard. And even when he's so meticulous with his eating, he always mixes his own smoothies and his own cereals, and he's so meticulous, and you can see that he tries hard. At practice he always makes sure that he does his work, and for an old guy, he's in the gym as well. So he's got the hunger at such an old age. So yeah, that's the epitome of it.
You're going to tell him you called him an old guy.
He knows.
So, Cage, IPL, right? You come up against David Warner, Steve Smith. So, have you worked out plans when you are facing them? Now, say this World Cup with South Africa's last game being Australia.
I mean, we've played Australia quite a lot of times now, so we will have plans, from playing against them. Every player has a feel of how they need to go about when they play, how to go about their game when they play against another player from another team, because we play against each other so many times, whether it be in series or in T20 competitions around the world. So in the back of my mind, we'll have a plan. In the back of our other bowlers' minds, they will have a plan, but we'll get together just to refresh, and we'll have to adapt to conditions, yeah, it's an exciting challenge.
Did you pick up anything from the IPL that you, one aspect of their game that you'd like to target?
Not really, no. I think Warner's approach has been different. He looks like he's taking his time, but at the same time, he's just scored a run of ball 150. But no, not necessarily. I think a player will always have weaknesses, and we'll always look to target the weaknesses. And at the end of the day, it's a simple game. We just bowl top of off. We haven't been doing enough of that. Well, I haven't been.
So that's the plan then?
Yeah, top of off for the odd bouncer.
I like it. We've got a few players going to retire after this World Cup from Scotland. where do you see your role in the team going forward?
My role, I think, having been in the side for a few years, I think now we're going to have to take leadership position, and we're going to have to guide a team that is not so experienced. So guys like myself, Quentin, who've played quite a lot, and David will still be there, and yeah, there's a couple of guys who are really putting their hands up also now. So we have to take the ownership and lead the team, because that's just the way it goes, right?
And is Pat a role model for you in that, in terms of the leadership?
Yeah, definitely. He's risen up towards the challenge like, you know, a real champion, like a real leader. So there's a lot of things that you can learn from him, and just the way he carries himself, and you know, he's experienced it. So he's a guy that's worthy of asking.